Good afternoon. Today is what, Saturday? Just wanted to give you guys an update on my backyard garden. Just telling you again, I still talk about the same thing on the channel all the time. This year I'm growing a few chickens, and you guys can kind of see how big they're getting. They literally have probably tripled in size in 14 days, and I don't know, for me it's just a new experience. Just kind of monitoring stuff more, and same practices, right? I have water with my EM1 at drops of balance, um, and I'm just giving them basic feed, see where that goes. I'm also kind of like learning about chickens in general, like why do they lose their feathers and how to clip their wings. So I'm definitely going to be releasing some videos on that stuff later this year. As I learn, I like to share it. I'm just like you guys, just I know about growing. It's something that also earlier this year that kind of just hit me pretty hard, is that I've spent most of my life learning about plants, like learning about growing, but I haven't really, I'm so like ignorant actually around the nutritional value of all these foods. And even just I've later this week, I'm actually going to be releasing a whole playlist on apples. That's one thing I learned pretty well over the last few years, is how to detox with apples, and I'm going to be adding that. So look forward to that also. But the reason why I'm kind of just sharing this is I'm hoping that throughout this year I'll be adjusting my content, because I think there's more than enough content on the channel about how to grow, how to identify deficiencies and toxicities. I mean, look at the plants, right? I mean, you guys have seen the plants. They were all planted May between May 25th and May 30th. I got all the seeds in the ground, and sticking to my religious practice, having my siphon system with my drops of balance coming out at a ratio of 1 ml per gallon, and my EM1 coming out at 15 mLs per gallon. If you guys don't know what this is a siphon system that just basically, just siphons out the material. So after I fermentate the EM1, it comes out at a ratio of 15 mLs per gallon, and drops of balance, as you can see, I just put it all the way to the slow. This is like one of the most easiest things to do. And it produces this, right? It produces plants that are nearly absent of deficiencies, and still no bugs. I've been sticking to my Organic Shield once a week, same religious practice. I know you guys are tired of hearing about that stuff, because I talk about it all the time. So this year I'm going to be getting into detoxing and using the plants we're growing as how to heal our own bodies. It's another passion of mine that's on another channel, but I feel like I feel it'll be a good fit to the audience here. So I hope you guys like it, and some of you guys end up taking advantage of these steps of how to detox your liver and your gallbladder, your kidneys, so that your body looks as green as these plants. I mean, you can see all the potatoes. These are purple potatoes. All the circular pots of potatoes. Got all my leafy stuff here. Got some onions growing. All potatoes over here. Same thing. I mean, literally, what do I use in my soil? I mean, people still ask me the same questions on like the third. I tell people, what feels good to you, and grow with that, and then learn your media and keep adding to it with healthy compost that you break down. And what do I do on my amendments? I use 444, very basic, from Down to Earth. I love their brand. And I use the EM1, the DAB. I throw in some alfalfa, some kelp, and I follow the recommendations in the back of the box. And then I throw in about half of the recommendations for langonite. And I always say that word wrong, but this is what it produces. See, I mean, this is A little bit of deficiency right here, but that was probably because it was against that still. But you can see all the squash just starting to grow. All these seeds, once again, got put in May 25th to the 30th, and then right now it's around June 20th, and I'm probably honestly 3 days away from harvesting my first squash plants and being able to feed myself. And it's clean. I know where all my food's coming from. Got my corn, got the peas, everything's growing vertical. Same here. I had more time this year to get prepared, so I was able to set up my vertical garden and be better planned out. So now everything's going to be a lot more organized versus last year. It just kind of went chaotic. And that's what I'm recommending for you guys to do too. Is if you guys have the opportunity to keep growing in the same area, learn your environment. Improve upon it, grow by grow, to the point where it becomes, second nature, and you don't really have to care about it. I know there's like so many different products out there in the market. For me, I try to always take into consideration all of my cost. I actually try to write it down and figure out what is the most inexpensive way of producing a crop at the high without like skipping on quality and yield, because really yield is what actually predominantly is what people get paid on, especially in agriculture, not really quality. In the cannabis market, it's different. Cannabis has a major part to play in the factor of the value of the product. Hopefully one day we'll start to care more about, just understanding all of the inputs in our garden, because these plants really do have the ability to affect us and affect our way of thinking. I mean, this year I've been learning so much about the endocannabinoid system, and I'm really blown away actually that I've spent now almost 15 years of my life in this industry, and I was fixated about growing the plants, but I never really understood the medicine. I'll be spending a lot of time this year talking about that as well. Less about growing, but I will be giving you guys updates on my own vegetable garden and showing how plants can look and should look if you have a healthy living soil. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, a lot of you guys on the channel, people are like, where's your garden? Well, right now I can't grow cannabis. It is what it is. If I do that, I jeopardize my living situation for my daughter, and been there, done that, not interested in doing it again. But as you can see here, I'm doing what I preach on the channel, and hopefully this will be sufficient enough until I get back into a position where I can start to partake in the other exotic plants out there in the world, so that we can bring more information to what's out there. It's something that blew my mind years ago was about potatoes. Actually, I think it was potatoes. Actually, I think in Peru they have anywhere from, almost be on the low end, 2,500 to up to like, I think 7,000 different types of potatoes. But here in the United States, we produce predominantly between 4 and 8 separate strains of potatoes, and that's our experience. That just blows my mind. Anyways, I'm ranting. I just wanted to say good afternoon on this beautiful Saturday, and want to give you guys an update on the garden. I'll be doing this throughout the year, just going live a little bit, and yeah, showing you guys anyone can do it, right? And it's simple. I got a garden, I got some growing media, and I got some living some bacteria and some trace minerals that does the enzymatic production, and that's all you need to grow a garden. You don't need a lot of inputs, you don't need a lot of expensive stuff, and just a little bit of tender love and care. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I still blows my mind that we're up to 63,000 subscribers, and people are still signing up, and and they're still hungry to learn how to grow healthy plants that have a high nutritional value. Have a beautiful day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Great, and have a great grow, guys. I always forget how to turn this off.